Okay, good morning, student. I have material today of Probit and Logit model. So this model is by Ani Kachkova. So what actually Probit and Logit models here I will explain, and beforehand I will give you the Probit and Logit model overview. So here's the overview, the example of Probit and Logit models, binary dependent variables, and linear regression model, Probit and Logit model, functional form and properties, model, coefficient and interpretations, marginal effect and odds ratio, and interpretation. Goodness of statistic, percent correctly predicted and pseudo R squared, choice between Probit and Logit, an economics model that lead to use of Probit and Logit model. Okay, then student, here we will give you a binary outcome example. You can use the Probit and Logit model in the case of consumer economics, whether a consumer makes a purchase or not. This is the for example of binary model. And then in labor economics, you can use the Logit or Probit model to choose whether an individual participate in the labor market or not. You can also apply it in the agriculture economics, whether or not farmer adopt or use organic practices or pesticide. For example, the farmer adopt or use the marketing, production contract, and etc. Here's the binary outcome dependent variables. The decision or choice is whether or not to have, do, use, or adopt. The dependent variable is a binary response. It takes on two values, 0 and 1. For example, y divided into 0 if you choose no, or 1 if yes, or otherwise 1 if yes. And you can also review we also overview the binary outcome models. Binary outcome models are among the most used in applied economics. We can also apply the binary in the OLS model. So look at on the OLS model here, y equal to x accent beta plus e. The binary outcome model estimate the probability that y equal to 1 as a function of the independent variables. There are three different models depending on the functional form of f, x, and beta. Okay, in the Probit and Logit model, the interpretations is not as similar as OLS model, but we will use the marginal effect. When estimate the Probit and Logit model, it's common to report the marginal effect after reporting the coefficient. Yeah, the marginal effect reflect the change in the probability of y equal to 1, given a 1 unit change in the independent variable of x. And here's the example of marginal effect from regression model. For the OLS regression model, the marginal effect are the coefficient and they do not depend on x. For example, delta p equal divided by delta x g equal to b beta g. The index of g refers to g independent variable. When we use the index I, it's referred to I observation. Okay. And here's the goodness of fit measure or R square. If predicted probability is required, then 0.05, we can predict that y equal to 1. Otherwise, y equal to 0. And okay, when we discuss about the binary outcome models, yeah, there are choice between the Logit and Probit model. The choice depends on the generating process, which is unknown. The model produces almost identical result, different in coefficient but similar marginal effect. The choice is up to you. And we can also make coding of dependent variable. If we reverse the categories of 0 and 1, the sign of the coefficient are reversed. Positive become negative and vice versa, but the magnitude are the same. And okay, there is our course today, our lecture today about the Probit and Logit model. And we will proceed to the application or practice in the Stata do file. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.